Let us look at some of the real-time examples of using arithmetic operators. Right? You might use these arithmetic operators in a lot of situations. Example, we're taking two scenarios. The first one is, suppose you want to calculate the average marks of a student. How do you calculate the average marks of a student? You need certain kind of subject marks. Right? Every student subject marks is different. And similarly, suppose you want to calculate the final product price after the discount. So every product will have a different product price, and then every product will have a different discount. So how do you calculate this? So let us look at this with some examples.
Hey, thanks for watching our content so far. If you're new to Training Mark, we're the fastest growing technology training company and create content to help freshers like you to master the disruptive technologies like full stack development, AML, cloud, DevOps, etc. If you like the content so far, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon not to miss any new content from us. Like and share this video with all your friends. Let's build your career and the community together.
So to demonstrate this, I'm now taking a new Java class and giving it as like arithmetic operators example. So I'm just taking this as normal class and just write with main method. So the first example that we want to see is calculating average marks of a student. So to calculate average marks, so we need subject marks. Example, I'm taking 5 subject marks here. So like from subject 1 to subject 5. So each student subject marks will be different. Then we'll calculate the total marks of the student divided by number of subjects to get the average marks. So first what I do is, so let me route an assout statement. I'll say enter subject 1 marks. So now I will just use my scanner class here. So scanner is equal to new scanner of system.in. So make sure that you have this import statement. We have already seen how do you take an input. So now here I'm just taking this as byte subject 1 marks is equal to sc.next byte. So now I need to enter this for 5 subjects. So I'm now duplicating this 5 times. Okay, so now I'll just change this to subject 2 marks, subject 3 marks, subject 4 marks, subject 5 marks, and then coming back here and now change this variable to subject 2, subject 3, subject 4 and subject 5. So now I've just entered all the subject 5 marks. I just need to enter. Now I need to calculate the total marks. So now I'm now taking short total marks. So now I'll say total marks is equals to subject 1 marks plus subject 2 marks. I need to do a sum of all these, subject 3 plus subject 4 plus subject 5. So now I've added all this, so I'll get a compilation error because the arithmetic operation of all these bytes will result in an int, and left hand side we have short. So what I do, I'll do the typecasting here to convert this entire resultant into total marks and make sure that the total marks will not exceed more than 32,767 because that is what is the range of your short. Now if you want to print your total marks, so then I can say total marks of the student, right, is plus total marks. So now I'm just printing it. Then I want to calculate the average marks. So now I'm just defining average marks. Now average marks is equals to, now I'll say total marks divided by 5. Okay, now again here you don't get the float. Now let us see like what actually come, because we have already seen that short and then int always will result in int. You don't get the appropriate marks. So the reason is, what I need to do, I will just cast this to float, and then we'll give this will be converted to a float, and then the entire resultant will be converted into a float, so that we'll get the average marks as a float data. So now I'm just printing as out average marks is plus average marks. So now this is what is the the program to calculate the average marks. So we're entering all subject 5 marks, calculating total marks, printing the total marks. It's optional. If you want to print, you can print. Then we're calculating the average marks by using this calculation and then printing it. So now let me run this. So I'm now changing it to the current file and then run it to see what basically happens. So after running this, so it basically says the enter subject 1 marks. So now let me enter 67. So you can enter whatever the values that you want. So now it now calculated with all these 5 and then given 67 as the average mark. So when I run this for another student and entering different marks, so now I'll enter 56, 78, 98, 79, 88, then it will sum it up and then will give you 79.8. Now suppose if I don't give this float, what basically happens? It does not give this 79.8, it just gives you only 79.0 because the total marks is 399 divided by 5, which will give 79.8, but this is int, so it will always will consider this 79 and will convert that into 0. So that's the reason that you need to have it, right? So now let me run this with a different input. So let me take this 77, 78, 79, 80 and then 81. Now you see what you got is always 79.0, but it is not actually 79.0, something will come as a fractional. So now what I do here, I will just do a Ctrl Z here and Ctrl S, I'll save it and then rerun this and then enter the marks again. So with 77, 78, 79, 80 and then 81. So now I think it is giving you 79.0, but whatever may be the numbers that you calculate based on that, if you really need 79.5 or something like that, then definitely you have to use this float. So this is how you basically take the input and then will perform certain kind of average marks. Now let us look at the second example here. So the second example here, so I'm just going to demonstrate, is the product price. So how do you calculate the product price? So now to calculate the product price, so first and foremost I need a price for the product, right? So let me demonstrate this in a new Java class. So now what I do, I'll just right click here and then save it as new Java class. Now I'll say product price, take this as a Java class. Now let me select this as main and now here I'll say product price after discount. Okay, so now I'm now taking the scanner again here, sc is equal to new scanner of system.in, right? Then I'm now going to write an s out. I'll say enter product price. Okay, so now I'm now taking this as float. Now price is equal to sc dot next float, right? So this is what is a method that which will give me the float data. Then I'll also ask him enter discount percentage. Okay, so now this also I'll take this as discount percentage. So I'll say discount percentage equals sc dot next float, right? So this gives me the price, this gives me the discount percentage. So now I need to calculate the discount, right? Or I'll say float final price equals, so product price minus, first I need to calculate price into discount percentage divided by 100. So this basically gives me the, sorry, this is price minus. So what basically this will give you, it first will calculate this, then divided by this, or if you want to be pretty much sure that you know to do this, so you have to put one more parenthesis here to this operation. So as we discussed the operator precedence, now first this will be calculated, then divided by 100, this whole thing will be calculated, then it will be subtracted from the price to get the final price, right? So now I'll print s out. Now I'll say final price is plus final price. So now this is how you calculate this. So now let me run this, which will ask me to enter the product price. So let me enter some 200. The discount percentage is 5. Okay, so now what basically 5 means the 10%, $10 or 10 rupees, whatever. So the calculation will happen. So the discount price, final price after the discount is going to be 190. So this is how you want to calculate. Suppose if I want to print discount and as well as final price. So how do I do? So now let me comment this. So in order to comment, you select this whole code, 2 lines of code, and do Control Shift forward. So which will do a complete block level comment. So which will go into comment your number of lines. So now what I do here, I'll first say what is the discount, right? So discount is equals to, I just simply write this here, Control C, and then put it here. This is what is a code. So which calculates, because there's no the operator precedence works pretty well fine, price into discount percentage, then divided by 100, all are float, so I don't need to do any type conversion. So then I can print as out, and discount is plus discount, right? So then if I want to say product price, final price, simply I can do price minus discount. So then I can print system.out.println the final price, which is going to be this one. So copy it and then paste it here, so that you'll get the final price of it. So this you're printing your discount, and as well as you're printing the final price after the discount. So let me run this and enter 200, 5%, then you're going to get discount as 10 rupees and final price is 190. So if I run this again with a different input, so let me give some 350 and discount percentage 5.6. So then it calculates what is the discount and then what is the final price. So like that, so you will use operators, arithmetic operators, to do a lot of mathematical calculations in real-time applications.